I'm Brian Castleberry, a principal and the lead of Bluepoint Data and Digital. In recent years, while meeting with management teams, we've been struck by how routinely we're seeing middle market companies with opportunities to create real value by better utilizing their data and better taking advantage of digital marketing and e-commerce. We consistently see good businesses with strong teams struggle in these areas, whether from a lack of focus, not having familiarity with more current tools, or uncertainty with selecting a vendor or new hire. Let's face it, the typical CEO of a mid-sized company is old enough that he or she probably grew up on Lotus. Bluepoint Data and Digital is primarily focused on 4 tools: pricing optimization, inventory management, digital marketing and e-commerce, as well as customer analytics.
Hi, I'm Julie Marley, a partner in our Charlotte office. Data and digital capabilities represent areas where you can really move the needle at a company in the right direction. It's similar to the dynamics that led us to establish our China office in 2004, but execution can be difficult, and it does include major pain points for business owners. So we see Bluepoint Data and Digital as an exciting way for us to be a value-added partner to our portfolio companies. This effort's still young, but the early signs are promising enough that we're running after it. It's broad-based. There's over 12 initiatives across the portfolio today. Much like Bluepoint China circa 2004, we think identifying a tool like this early and committing meaningful time and resources to it will lead to a critical Bluepoint tool for the next decade.
We're really excited about this because it's the right time for it. On the one hand, there's an explosion in the amount and complexity of data and digital channels, while on the other, there are often low-cost solutions and tools out there to utilize. Like the work we've done in Asia, execution certainly isn't easy and requires expertise. So we're focused on helping management teams turn these challenges into value levers. The real common denominator of companies in our size is that leadership can no longer manage things like pricing and inventory by feel. There's simply too much complexity. Using technology to manage these areas brings huge opportunity. For mid-sized businesses competing with other mid-sized businesses, think about how impactful it is to lead your industry in using data to simply have the right inventory at the optimal price. This effort is really about leveraging data, not simply debt. And in today's market, we view it, with China and M&A, as the best way to build real value and get the returns our investor base seeks. And we're very active throughout our portfolio, with over a dozen projects ongoing currently. And we'd like to briefly highlight a couple of cases to give you a sense of the current effort and where we see it going.
Hello, I'm Ross Brownlee, the Chief Executive Officer at Hilco Vision. When Hilco partnered with Bluepoint, the company had a strong track record, but there were elements of the business that could be better measured, managed and optimized. As a company, we had over 25,000 SKUs across numerous product categories, selling to over 50,000 diverse customers. We went to market via both 1- and 2-step distribution and transacted via outside sales, inside sales, customer service inbound calls, online, phone and fax. However, we didn't have sufficient IT systems and analytical capabilities to best manage this complexity. The net effect? We didn't really know our customer. Management did a good job under the circumstances, but you had to ask yourself, how much better could we do with the right systems and tools? So our initial focus was to use the significant historic data we had, but weren't leveraging. We focused on identifying customer groups where we were delivering significant benefits and support to the customer. And we introduced a pay-for-performance culture with our pricing, so that now our customers and our team understand we expect to be paid fairly for the value we provide. Much ground has been covered and work here is ongoing, but to date over $2 million worth of value creation has come through pricing. Our most recent and exciting efforts are the development and implementation of a transformative sales technology that will power and inform all of our customer-facing activities. Among many other capabilities, it will enable us to alert inside sales reps to reach out to a lapsed customer. They can put personalized product recommendations into emails and on our website. They can also ensure a customer service rep can follow up on a customer's action or inaction on a web promotion. This all while measuring performance against benchmarks to ensure continuous improvement. We anticipate this effort to utilize our data, and this sales technology will drive double-digit growth in the channels in which it's applied.
Hello, I'm Mark Hyland, Chief Executive Officer of Handy Quilter Holdings. So Superior Threads was a highly complementary add-on acquisition that we closed earlier this year at Handy Quilter. And unlike our core business, nearly half the Superior Thread sales come from their e-commerce site. Prior to closing the transaction, we recognized there was significant opportunity to bring more sophisticated tactics to the management of the company's digital advertising. With the changes Bluepoint has helped management make, we've already seen paid search orders volume increase over 30% at a 20% lower cost in just a matter of months. There are over 10 million passionate quilters spread all over the US, and for a large virtual community like quilters, the ability to effectively use all the various digital channels to reach and influence them can create a huge advantage.
Much of our data and digital work is still in the early innings, and there are rarely easy buttons with this type of effort. The process of developing and implementing the necessary technology, analytics, procedures, and culture has to be deliberate, and it isn't easy. One cool anecdote to wrap up on involves Russell Food Equipment, which we purchased last year.
I'm Mike Kane, an operating partner based out of the Charlotte office. We knew there was a lot of work ahead of us given the limitations with the current systems and data, but we took confidence from the fact that this work would be returning the company to its roots. We discovered these incredible hand-drawn graphs from as far back as the 1940s. They showed that a past generation of the Russell family had sought to analyze and understand the business with real sophistication, despite lacking the convenience of today's tools. But the Russell that Bluepoint acquired had morphed into a loose grouping of 14 small regional businesses, each managing its own purchasing, inventory, and pricing. Despite being one of the two largest suppliers in the Canadian market, lack of investment in technology in the recent past by Russell management, combined with the explosion of available data, had placed Russell behind the industry in business analytics and without a strong online presence. With the resources now being brought to bear, I know the Russell that Bluepoint is now building will have industry-leading capabilities in pricing, inventory management, and e-commerce. So we've worked closely with management and made significant progress at Russell to date. We're enthusiastic about the opportunity for continued value creation throughout the portfolio.
Leveraging digital channels and making database decisions is simply the way middle market businesses are going to be run in the future. But there are so many great businesses out there that currently fall short in these areas. We're excited about Bluepoint Data and Digital because it's focused on providing the team and tools to help get them there.